Covering music-related content of all genres. If it filters through Eastern Texas, it's fair game. Y'all bring it. From Texarkana down to the coast and Dallas down to Houston and everything in between. We are ETX ROCKS!
Hit the brakes!
Cut! Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of the ETX ROCKS podcast with Boston Chris. This week's guest is going to be Carter Breeze, Brandon Michael, and Ginger on the Breeze, otherwise known as Hannah Fletcher. But as some of you may have heard on social media or on mainstream media, the radio, the TV, it's been all over the news, all over social media, all over Facebook. The Morning Madhouse show, who is featured in this episode of ETX ROCKS, and every other employee of the Breeze radio station were terminated without notice about a week and a half ago. I guess there was a family dispute or something like that. They shut down the radio station, or they terminated everybody that worked there without notice. A lot of stuff happening with that. So I just wanted to make a little bit of an intro before you guys listen to the rest of this episode with Carter, Brandon, and Hannah. This episode itself was actually recorded on June 30th, so about a month and a half ago, way before all of the controversy that happened with the Breeze radio station employees being terminated. I just kind of wanted to put that in here as a little bit of an intro and let you guys know to please keep these guys in your prayers, keep them in your thoughts, and if there's anybody out there that needs somebody that has radio experience and has amazing personalities and huge hearts, please keep these folks in your thoughts and your prayers. You can find Carter Breeze, Brandon Michael, and Hannah Fletcher on Facebook, as well as the other 12 or 15 employees of the Breeze that were let go. Again, Carter and everybody else associated with the team over there, the family over there, are in our thoughts and prayers, and we wanted to put this episode out as regularly scheduled without any kind of editing or anything like that, but I wanted to put a little bit of a prefix in here to let folks know what's going on. I hope you guys enjoy this episode of ETX ROCKS. It was very, very fun recording this episode with them. They're goofballs, they're funny, but more than that, they're so charitable, they have such huge hearts, and they care about the local community in all of East Texas. So sit back and enjoy this brand new episode of ETX ROCKS. Thank you very much. Today's broadcast is going to be a little bit different than what we've done before. The Morning Madhouse show is one of the only local morning radio shows in the East Texas area. Their motto is live, local, and real. 95.3 102.3 The Breeze is a Waller broadcasting station dedicated to all things local. They feature local businesses and local musicians regularly on the air. In addition, they spend countless hours supporting local charities. It is with great pleasure that we introduce to you the crazy folks that blast through your stereo every morning, Carter, Brandon, and Ginger. Y'all introduce yourselves. Say hi.
I'm Carter. No, I'm joking.
I'm Brandon.
I'm Ginger.
No. Go ahead,
No,
Carter.
I'm Carter.
And I'm Brandon.
I'm Ginger.
There we go.
All right, so tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Do you want to start this, or should I talk about you first?
Oh, you go ahead and talk about me. I like it when you talk me up, Brandon.
Carter's 12 years old and is new to this world.
Yep.
No, Carter is the host of our morning show. Ginger and I are the
Co-hosts?
equal co-hosts, equal partners in this morning show. Mm-hmm. Don't forget, Carter. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you're exactly right. It is live, local, and real. That's what we're all about. I even shop at a local grocery store. Carter, how about you?
Well, whenever I can afford to shop at grocery
Right.
stores, I go to the grocery stores.
We are DJs.
Yeah, we do work in radio. No, but we've been doing this now for 8 months.
8-ish?
8-ish since last September.
Yeah, whatever the count is
math
on
works
that.
out on that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
No, but individually, we've been doing radio a lot longer. I've been doing it 8 years. Brandon's been doing it about 45 years in radio.
That's not true.
It is true.
That's not
Ginger-
true.
It is
I'm not
true.
even 45 years old.
Ginger's the baby on the show. She's
That was
what?
back when they used microwave waves.
That's
Yes.
true, yes. In
Yes.
fact, that's how we invented the microwaves.
Yeah.
No, they just rolled the window down and it started yelling out so everyone could
There's
hear.
a lot of megaphones back in the day.
In August, it'll be my full year of working in radio.
Wow.
She's such a newbie.
I know.
Well, congratulations in August.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
This will be out in August.
Not
so
now.
We'll say
Perfect.
congratulations.
Not now.
Well,
but
you were
later.
you were an intern for a while.
I was.
with
I was an
us.
intern for a little over 3/4 of a year. And then I was hired on in part-time and then quit doing math. And
She's
then,
still not getting paid though.
Yeah,
so.
Still not getting
fractions,
paid.
I don't know.
whatever.
Well, she's paid in those wacky jelly beans that y'all feed.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and T-shirts. We give her a
And
lot
if
of
you want-
T-shirts.
if you want those to keep coming, you better work hard.
I try my best, but
Well, when
Those
did you
jelly beans-
transition from? I know you had the afternoon show for a while. Now you're on the morning show.
I
right?
still do. I'm kind of doing a little bit of both, but yeah, somebody needed to break up the craziness
So there's a
between
lot
these
of
two.
coffee involved, I imagine.
Oh my, tons of coffee.
More than we can legally talk about.
The insides lining of my stomach is destroyed.
Yeah.
I
Yep,
bet.
all the acid.
And caffeinated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, decaffeinated coffee is not good.
I mean, why? You're
That's
just
the point.
wasting
There's
your
no
time.
point, right?
That's like going to visit a picture of Six Flags. I mean, why? You can't buy anything. Why
like
would you do
Diet
that?
Coke. Like
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
No.
Those new panoramic photos on Facebook,
Yeah, like you can only
hey,
your
I've been to
eyes can
Grand
only
Canyon now. No, you haven't.
hey, your eyes can only handle so much. Come on, be real, man.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, why did you guys choose the radio life? I mean, is it something you chose?
It's kind of
or-
like the thug life, you know.
Yeah,
We didn't
for
choose
sure.
it; it chose us.
Yeah, I don't know too many people that go into radio because they chose to go into radio.
that's what I was wondering.
It's more of a fall into it type thing.
I was in radio.
I actually became an intern when I was in college at North Carolina State University. Go Wolfpack! No, but I was going to school to be a history teacher. That's what I wanted
Wow.
to
Oh,
do.
so you like
Wow.
coaching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chad Mauldin here, by
Chad
the way,
Mauldin
chiming in.
Mauldin Productions, y'all.
Thank you so much, Chad. No, and that's really kind of, I think, the saving grace for Carter's story. He could have ended up teaching our kids. So,
But now,
we all
I'm
lucked out.
talking to
dodged
more
that
of them
bullet.
every
That is
morning.
a little scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah.
No, but I got an internship for Bob and the Showgram, which is on WDCG in North Carolina, and just fell in love with it. Loved everything about radio, and then found the job out here. And 4.5 years later, I'm still stuck here working with these two.
Still rocking.
Yeah, started at the bottom and look at you now.
It's a heartwarming story.
Yeah. So full of detail, so rich, Carter.
So how did each of you get into the business? Did you have to go to school for it, or
No.
No.
Yes.
No. Yes.
I have an associate's degree in radio, television,
at you.
broadcasting.
Oh.
I actually wanted to do this.
Wow.
She chose to be one of us.
They're like the glutton for punishment department is right over here.
Yeah.
You're going to fit right in. I got into it on accident. I was going to school to be also a teacher, crazy enough, but a music teacher this time because I hate coaching. And I lost my job my part-time job at Brahms, and my girlfriend was like, "You got a really nice voice. You should go to the radio station." So I did.
Wait, so this was Brahms. This wasn't when you were working for the railroad and you were.
No, that came later.
That's
strangely
another
enough.
good
You
story
weren't
too.
doing polls yet.
No, wasn't doing pools yet. I wasn't working in landscaping at that point. But I went over to the radio station and I was looking for anything, like cleaning toilets and they gave me a slight step up and put me on the air. So
Slight step.
It's like just a small step
Just
up.
one
It's like a
notch up.
half step, really. Like the guy who was cleaning toilets felt bad for me.
Yeah.
So-
He was like, sorry, man.
Yeah, you could have had this job, but you weren't
Yeah.
qualified.
yeah, could have had benefits.
Yeah. So, but basically, they had an overnight position that was available, and they put me on full time. And for most of the next 23 years, that's what I've done. Not overnights, but been in radio.
Right.
Edit that to 43 years.
That's
what
not
43.
true.
It's
not
43.
I don't
I'm
think they had
41.
radio back then.
No,
It was
it
just
was brand
discovered.
new. I was like, "Hey, Mr. Marconi, what are you playing with there?" It was a
Get out of
radio,
here,
it turned
kid.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, you turn the left knob, not the right one.
Yeah. There weren't knobs back in that day. There was just one station. There was
Yeah.
just the ones. You could turn it on or off. So,
Right.
That's always.
so you had choices. You had choices then still.
Now it's like a
Silence or-
45-minute process. Click this, click that, click
Right.
this.
Download this
Avoid
app.
that. No, don't touch
Yeah,
that.
don't go over there.
When
That's
that thing
bad.
starts blinking, run.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there's 72 switches. It was like, how you talk to a man as opposed to how you talk to a woman. It's simple.
Right.
Like go do this for a guy, and then there's 75 other steps for a woman. Do you have something you need to say?
What?
Half of our job now is instigating ginger, so you have to understand this comes
Well, you got
naturally.
to be careful with the red hair. I mean, I'm sure you guys know that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I snap
Careful
back,
or,
man.
or no, I don't know. It makes for some fantastic radio when we make her upset. In fact, we have a bit now. What is it called, Carter?
Upsetting Ginger.
Upsetting Ginger. That's the name of
Apparently
our new
that's a
bit.
thing now.
Yeah.
It's
Whenever
so
she-
to the point.
Really, I
Whatever.
mean, we're not super creative, but we are direct with our
And
titles.
apparently, it's not a very nuanced segment. I mean, you just
No.
know what's coming.
There's not a lot of
she knows
subtlety.
what's coming, and
Yeah.
yet apparently she still gets upset.
In fact, we tell her
Yep.
coming up next, we're going to be making Ginger upset. Stay tuned.
Yep.
Well, when we make her too upset, we have coffee, so that kind of brings her
Yeah.
back down. She's like, okay, I'm
Coffee and
would
someone
think that
brings a
would be
burger.
dangerous.
Just stand
Good.
back. All right, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm going to kill all of you. Coffee. Ah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's funny. The first time I was ever on the radio was in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and a friend of mine was program director out there. In fact, you probably know him, Brandon Joey T.
I know Joey T.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was program director out there for a station, and we were just passing through and went in there, and
This was in your wrestling days?
I don't remember.
Oh, okay.
The
I was
wrestling
on
days
my
are
way
still
home.
here, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on my way home, and we stopped
Yeah.
by there. And
Cool.
Anyway, so we went in there, and it was real strict, and don't say anything as I'm coming in. He's going like this, and I went on the radio with these guys for the first time, I guess, about a year ago. We were talking
Yeah.
about the epilepsy benefit, and Jennifer and I walked in there, and I've got that experience to draw from, so I'm being real tippy toe, like Wile E. Coyote sneaking up on the Roadrunner, and Carter's just like, well, look who just walked in here. It's Boston and Jen, and I'm just like, I didn't know what to do.
You can't talk to us right now.
Yeah, I was trying to be quiet and not mess anything up, and you guys are like talking to us, and Jen looks at me and she's like, are we supposed to answer them?
No, a lot of radio stations you walk in, and as soon as the mic cracks open, you hear a lock on the door. You worked for a station like that.
There's a
Right.
station
And-
that will remain nameless in this town, but it was one of the coolest things I'd ever seen. You turned your mic on, and this deadbolt fell, and I don't know that 20 police officers could have got in after that point.
Wow.
That is so cool.
I think that no longer exists in the world of radio because we've had too many jocks
Go crazy.
go crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy is the right word. And just lock the door and say whatever they want. So
No, but we pretty much took the exact opposite approach with everything we do for the show. So we
It's
want to
really
make
laid
it
back. That's what I
Yeah.
was trying to get to. It was really cool. It was a fun environment. It was the first time I met Ginger as well. And I mean, it was different for me, and I wanted to mention that because I mean, it was really cool. You guys are really down to earth, and I want to convey that to my audience that hey, if you haven't already listened to these folks in the morning, because they will get you through your morning, I promise you.
there's a lot of cookie cutter shows out there. There's a
I
lot
agree.
of shows that are just very formulaic, and they know what they're doing, and
And they have a plan.
They plan things out. We don't go in for such craziness.
They have a schedule.
Yeah, schedules.
Get out of
please.
here.
Yep.
So we basically fly by the seat of our pants as much as possible because, and I think Carter can back me up on this. That's where the natural radio
I was going to
fun
say
actually
natural.
happens.
Yeah, it's more natural, and it definitely transfers over the radio really well to me. I mean, I find myself when I'm actually awake in the morning, which is never, but when I am, I find myself, God, I can't wait till this song is over,
Right.
So I can listen to y'all again.
The artists get in our way as well. We feel your pain.
Yeah. Well, we were driving down here today, and my girlfriend was like, "We need to put it on the breeze. Maybe they'll mention us." It was like 9:15, and it was like, I don't know what the tagline is, uninterrupted music or whatever it is, and I'm just like, man, that probably means there's going to be a lot of music coming up. And we listened for like 30 minutes, and it was all music, and I'm like,
Yeah, that was the thing. Like this morning, for example, we work for a small radio station. It's locally owned. We have 2 stations, Waller Broadcasting. Dudley Waller, he's the one that started the station, and he's built up a lot of the stations in the area, but now it's only down to 2. And we have, 8 or 9 full-time people on staff?
so.
Yeah.
And so we have to do multiple roles. And that's what this morning, it was about 9:20 when we had to pull off because Brandon had to go to Kilgore because we do sales also.
Yeah.
So Brandon had to go and record his sales and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And we do what are our roles at the station?
Go ahead, Carter.
Brandon?
Let's go ahead and list your roles.
My roles. I'm program director, music
Bing.
director,
Bing.
and morning show host. I am a sales associate. I am promotions.
Come on, it's only 5, dude.
I feel like there's got to be one more I'm missing.
chauffeur.
No.
No, it used to be. Not anymore.
Not
though.
anymore.
Not anymore. No, but it pretty much wraps it up. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a lot, but honestly, we love it that way.
Right.
I wouldn't want it any other way. It makes sure that we're not only invested in every part of the station, but we can make a little bit more because we're doing sales too.
Right.
So that always helps.
Which is a very new concept for DJs. You have to understand, we're used to not having money at all.
Well, I came from Clear Channel. That was where I started off, and we on air weren't allowed to talk to salespeople about anything sales wise.
If I'm correct, salespeople are not allowed in the control room. Period.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Well, I know. So as program director now, everything that content related that comes into the station runs through you now.
Yeah, except for all the bad stuff. That's all Brandon.
That's my department. I handle
Well, I
all
already
the bad
knew that,
stuff.
but,
Yeah.
you know. But
It's kind of my
that's
niche.
really good to hear because you and I have known each other for about a year, and I know how important local things are to you. So it's good to hear that.
Yeah, and we're definitely adding more local artists, more local stuff on the station. Not only with our Tuesday shows where we do, and we call it something different every week. Local Music Tuesday,
Once
live
again,
music
no plan
Tuesday.
whatsoever.
But we've done a lot of that. But we started playing more bands on air.
And you'll not hear this anywhere else in regular rotation.
Yeah, Rocket Queen. We've been playing them for years.
Clover the Girl. I
Clover
think
the
we're about
Girl.
to add.
We've added her. She has several big songs.
Yes.
She lives in Tyler now, but she's from Canton, I believe.
Or California or something.
No, she's
I don't
from-
know.
And if you're like
in this
me
area.
and you're
No,
not
in
up
this
at
area.
that time in the morning, which I never am, but if you're like me and you're a night owl, you guys can go to the Morning Madhouse Facebook page, and usually there's live video of those local Music Tuesdays as well.
Among other videos that
Yeah.
are on our page.
So if you want to see those live music segments, just make sure you like the Morning Madhouse page. And
You can see the videos of us sawing our boss's desk in half.
with the
Setting things on
chainsaw, I want to make
fire.
sure
saw
that's
that
clear.
was cool.
the Torch for America, where Ginger got burnt with
We tested out the
what was it, 150 sparklers that you were holding.
It was called Painful. That's what it was.
And a lot of people on Facebook had a lot of helpful suggestions after the fact. So we have
Like
a lot
stomp
of
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
it
what
was
to do
super great.
next time.
Next time, should you have to have 150 sparklers
Right.
at once?
And
Next
I
time
don't-
there's a fire.
I don't know if you know this, but Brandon is also an expert when it comes to drinking urine. We have
Yeah.
learned.
Yes.
I've become a recent expert.
Yes.
So in
I'm interested to see where this goes.
in one of there's not a lot of job openings. I'll let you know first of all for a urine expert, but
we could do like a Nerd versus Wild show.
that's actually what we're doing basically on the show on Wednesdays.
This is
right now.
this is what happens when they let me come up with the ideas.
Yeah. So Carter has this brilliant idea that we need to stunt. You want to explain what stunting is?
Stunting. Basically, things got shaken up recently. We're all together three. So we're trying to make our name more known. We're trying to do things.
God. You want me to explain it?
Trying to do things that make people talk. Trying to do things that
Right.
make you all throughout the day go, oh
Create a
my God,
buzz.
you would not believe what these guys
Somebody
did.
saw it somebody's
Yeah.
desk and have. That's the kind of stuff that we're trying to create. So when we launched a new version of the morning show, we started stunting to build our audience a little higher, especially in our Facebook numbers and our regular P1, which are the listeners who listen every day religiously. So Carter has a life straw. Which, if you haven't heard of this is a straw that they sell that purifies water as you drink it. And so if you're if you're
pretty cool.
camping or if you're in a third world country and you have a life straw, is the difference between having
Zombie
water and not.
apocalypse, whatever
Zombie
happens.
apocalypse,
Yeah, yeah.
all these
Whatever the
realistic
case.
scenarios.
Yeah, it'll do up to 1,000 liters. So it'll last you quite a while.
And the cool thing is when you buy one, they send another one free of charge to a third world country. So, it's
All for $19.99.
all for $19.99 or whatever Carter ended up paying for it. So we
I got
decided
it off Groupon.
My goodness.
he's so proud of that, and I don't know why.
There's so many plugs happening
Oh my
right
God.
now. It's not even funny.
It's like a
We aren't
NASCAR
getting paid for
interview.
any of these plugs either.
I just
Why
wanna
are
say
we
you're
We're
doing that?
contacting all these people after the
We've
show.
sold out for literally no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I'm
Carter's all like,
contacting Groupon. I'm
well,
Live Straw.
the Live Straw team ran a really good race today. I want to thank Groupon for so anyways,
I don't know what to do with my hands.
I don't know what to do with my hands right now. So
my
we
goodness.
decided that we would run a contest. We do this pretty much every Wednesday between the three of us. The
Yes.
loser has to do something that Carter's crazy mind has come up with.
Well, this once again, when you let me come up with the ideas every week.
I don't know that was
We
a good
need to
idea.
change that whole.
But the
aspect to
punishment
it.
for this particular Wednesday is that we would draw. There was 5 mystery liquids.
Oh boy.
And I would draw 2 of these out, or the loser. I was the loser this time.
Of course you were.
And we'll have to talk about how I was a loser at this because that's a whole nother story. But so the loser had to pick 2 envelopes that had the names of mystery liquids, and I would have to drink them through the straw. So what
That was your first red flag. Is the category
man.
is mystery
My first
liquids?
red flag came
That's when
years
you know
ago.
you're out. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
Kind of like the 150 sparkler thing. That's when you knew you should. I'm out.
Well, I love my
Common
job.
sense does not reign. Okay, common sense does not reign.
No.
Just so you know, you would not have been fired for that. I don't
I
know
know,
what
but
Carter told you
still,
that.
I
but-
know.
Did you tell her that?
No, she just went along with it.
I thought
She
y'all
inferred
said
it, but I
before.
didn't exactly say
He
it.
wrote it down. He didn't say it.
Well,
That's different.
speaking of fired, I got to inform 2 of y'all that the final round voting for the East Texas Music Awards has just gone live.
Okay.
The 5 finalists have been announced for every category, and Brandon and Carter are both nominated this year for East Texas Radio DJ of the Year.
Yeah.
And if you want to vote for Brandon, you go to etxmusic.org.
That's not true. It's not true. It's etxmusic.com to vote for Brandon.
No, that's to vote for Carter. You go to etxmusic.org for you.
Go to voteforchange.com.
They'll do this all day.
To vote for Carter.
You can't really break this up.
So fans out there, it's all fan voted, so you guys are both in the top 5.
Okay. And if you're trying to make the decision between the 2, I want you to know who's more dedicated. Who has drunk urine?
Yeah, right. Who agreed and signed off to mystery liquid category?
I'm just thinking that could make for some good radio playing off that,
Yes,
maybe
but who came up with the idea?
some death matches between Brandon and
Google.
Carter.
I think Google came up with it, Carter.
Okay.
No, but that was, the stunting has been kind of fun. I hate to admit it that Carter was right about something because I would never live it down. But I did not enjoy drinking urine.
Yeah.
It did not. It did not.
What it
enjoy
tastes like?
Well, it tasted like warm, salty water because it did filter out
A little bit.
I guess some of the stuff, but it doesn't filter salinity and it doesn't filter temperature, and those were the things that really got me right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
So the
man.
bath water wasn't bad though. The bath water tasted just like regular water.
I want to know whose bath water was it?
We have an intern.
Our intern. Yeah, and the urine was
that Nate?
was
The
Nate
new
Kitty.
Nate Kitty. It was Nate
Yeah.
Kitty's bathwater and urine, not collected at the same time, I imagine.
Oh, thank
I
God
hope,
for that,
anyways.
right?
Wow.
I secretly think urine was in everything because I know how Carter works. And I will tell you this, after the fact, I looked at all the envelopes and they all, like he said, had the name of a mystery liquid on the front, but every single one of them had urine on the back. So I want you to know how this
wait,
show
what's happening?
operates.
Like, we're
time
doing
out,
this.
time
This
out. Did
is-
it
this
have
is-
the word urine, or was it actual urine that was on the back of the envelope?
I think it was a bit of both. It could have been the word
It was a
urine
bit,
written
yeah.
with urine. So Carter,
Man, you guys, all of a sudden, these guys are hardcore, man.
yeah,
No, they don't
They're
play.
for real.
They
yeah,
don't play.
that's right.
They don't win the East Texas Awards category in this, and it's
Then at least we're going to get there to
There's
the
no
emergency
justice
room.
in the world.
So there's the.
Well, I'm afraid that
consolation
one
prize.
of them will win, and they'll stunt up on stage. And
oh boy.
I promise you this. I will not drink urine on stage.
Well, we're always the bridesmaid, never the bride. We haven't won yet, but there's always the chance.
But you
Always
have
the
so
chance.
many nice dresses.
Drinking
because of it,
urine
Carter.
doesn't get it done, and there's
Yeah.
just I don't know.
I don't know what we can do from here. I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
drinking
There's
gasoline.
nowhere to go from here. You guys
Again.
have peaked.
That's
Yeah.
what we need to do. We need to come up with a stunt in downtown somewhere
that will kill someone.
that will
Carter,
get
you're
people to vote.
I don't want
Ginger,
to do
you're in
nope.
charge of this.
Oh.
250 sparklers this time.
well, I know we talked about with Big Vic, who works with the Breeze. We talked about with him and Jen, and maybe having like a East Texas Music 95.3 The Breeze karaoke night somewhere.
I'm
That'll be
all
fun.
about
we
that.
just kind of the two entities just kind of take over a building and act silly.
I think that would be
See,
fun.
Right now, people think that DJs being in the music business, possibly they could sing.
No.
No.
Possibly they could sing.
No.
Vic is the only one in the universe.
Well, I disagree. Everybody can sing.
Not very
Well,
good.
that's true. Good point. Good point.
We
Not
never
sing
said
well.
anything about singing well.
Nothing about quality.
That's right.
Yeah, how much you can take.
I mean,
it.
who really
Pitch,
cares if
key.
you're singing, like, you can't touch this, Nobody
Everybody can
cares
sing
if,
that exactly right.
Right.
Everybody can.
You don't have to do it well.
No.
I was a karaoke DJ for years, and I was working at a bar in Longview called Henry's, which is closed down now. You're welcome. But on Wednesday night, I would do just a regular Boston Chris karaoke show, and then I had an alter ego named Clarence. This didn't come up on our podcast.
Is that the one that you did as a wrestler? You had an alter ego?
Yes, it was the same alter ego except in karaoke.
I see.
I can't use the.
Was Clarence a heel in the wrestling world, or
he was for a while?
Okay.
But in this aspect, it was basically just an idiot alter ego, and I had like 3 people at my show one Sunday night, and someone said, "Hey, do a song as Clarence," and I can sing any song as Clarence because I don't have to do it well.
there's no standard?
You know, it's just like, so next thing you know, the next week I've got 8 people there. And by the 3rd week, every Sunday night was the whole show was run by Clarence.
It was the Clarence show at that point.
The Clarence show.
That sounds about like our morning show.
Yeah.
That's pretty much exactly
Next
what we do.
thing you know, I've got people asking me to record ringtones in Clarence's voice. So like the first ringtone was, pick up the phone. Pick it up the phone. It's Clarence. Pick up the phone. So I sold like 40 of those ringtones.
Oh my goodness.
You literally made dollars and dollars.
Yeah.
Man,
I did.
that's literally
$1
tens
rare.
of dollars.
Yeah, tens of dollars. They were like 99 cents a piece.
Man.
Yeah, nice.
And I had that as my ringtone one time in Walmart, and I'm in line, and it went off. Like my phone rang, and all you hear is,
And
pick up the phone. And and my mom's like, shut that off. What's wrong with you?
And people are like, Clarence? Is Clarence here? Clarence. Clean up
yeah.
on aisle 3.
I had to stop doing that because my Sunday show was more popular than my show on Wednesday.
Right.
Did you get jealous of yourself?
I did.
Man, that
It
is
was
a
awful.
weird place to be.
Yeah. It was like an interpersonal celebrity death match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, excuse me for a second, I have to have a fight.
It was like
with
a scene
myself.
from Liar Liar, really.
Oh, nice.
The pen is
Stop
blue.
it, you stop it, you shut up. No.
The pen is blue. No. So what does it take for you guys to be good at your job?
We're still wondering that as well.
That is a good question.
Honestly, we just be ourselves. That's all we try to do is when doing radio, people often do the radio voice and break that out, and they go into a
You want to
different
do it? Do your
personality.
radio voice.
They do it radio voice. Carter, 95.3, 102.3, The
95.3.
Breeze.
That's right, Carter. Stacks and stacks of tracks on wax.
Oh, no.
No, but everything
You
about
got
it.
one of those?
No, I don't.
No.
I'm glad I don't. Because those are
Everything about the
terrifying.
show, everything is just us being us, just talking about our real lives, talking about our families, helping out charities that we really believe in. That's why, once again, all the charities we help out are all local charities because that's the stuff we care about.
Yes, amen.
Honestly, I'd like to talk about that for a second because it is a requirement of all radio stations to air PSAs to help out charities.
Right.
The federal government says, hey, you want to broadcast? Cool, you got to do this. And that's one of the rules.
Right.
And so, and I'm not going to talk bad about any radio stations. About, I guess, 99% of the radio stations in the United States that are under that requirement, they get an email with tons of links that say, download this and play it in. And it's from like the Ad Council for Cheese or for whatever the deal is,
Right.
and that's easy for them to fulfill their requirement. It is a little bit harder to locally source these charities and to get these PSAs, these announcements recorded.
Right.
But it's completely and totally worth it because we live here. We broadcast here. Our listeners are here. So we don't want to help out other charities that are not here.
Right.
They're great, okay? And I love all charities. Some of them are bad. Some of them are good. I don't know the difference, but I know.
Some of them are real, some of them are not.
That's, I guess, the difference there. But as far as we care, we're going to start here first. Sure, we care about what happens in the world, but what's the saying? Think globally, act locally, and we live that every day.
Well, you can vet those. You were just talking about some are real, some are not real.
Right.
It gives you the opportunity to actually vet those charities so you know if they're legit.
If somebody shows up to talk about their charity, that's a pretty big first step that we know
Yeah.
that they're actually real.
Well, straight up, that's how we met, too. I started organizing an epilepsy awareness benefit for a local lady that was struggling with epilepsy. And Carter had joined my group, East Texas Friends and Events. First time I've mentioned that live on this podcast.
Yep.
That's my group.
Little plug.
And so he came into the group, and I had put out a flyer or something for the event. And he had messaged me and said, hey, we can record a PSA for that. And I was like, I had never heard of this before. So I was like, how's that work? He goes, oh, you just come to the office and record something. And I was like, me? He's like, yeah, it takes a few minutes. So, that's how, we got affiliated with each other. And, of course, then not long after that, we did the East Texas Rocks Against Breast Cancer and then the Toys for Tots in December. So, we've done a lot of stuff together. And, they do much more than what we've done together, of course. But what I've always been impressed with you, Carter, and is the local. We feel the same way about that, big time. I'm all about local businesses, and we talked about that a couple weeks ago. If you're going to buy local, you got to buy local at least 90% of the time, because if you don't, those local places go away. Walmart's always going to be there. Pizza Hut's always going to be there. Right. But that little mom and pop pizza shop on the corner is not going to be there if you don't buy there.
And the mom and pop is usually better than anything else around.
Exactly.
So that's
right. And where that money's going. It's going to help with dance lessons. It's going in their gas tank. It's helping with this. It's helping with that. And those dollars are going right back into your local economy. Whereas you go to Walmart and you swipe your card at Walmart, that money's going to Arkansas. And
who likes Arkansas?
Yeah.
Well, I mean the point
enough said.
The point is anytime you buy at a franchise, your money is being shipped out of East Texas.
Right.
Period. If you buy at a local gas station, local convenience store, record stores, whatever, all that money is staying right here.
What's a record store?
Records were devices we used to play music back in my day.
Yes.
There's still a few left around
I still buy
here.
records.
In museums, yeah.
That's still
No, there's still
primarily
one
what I
left.
But
purchase.
that's why I'm a huge fan of the Breeze.
Yeah.
Straight up, and it's because of Carter and Carter's vision. And I mean, he lived in a storage pod for a week and a half.
Yeah.
I think it was, and during Christmas.
That's what we do, Toys for Tots every
Yeah.
year. We kick it off with Jingle Jam. That's our big Christmas party and everything, and it's all.
And what's the
toys.
entrance fee into that?
A toy.
What does it cost?
A toy.
One toy.
None of our events that we do, we charge to get in. We ask for donations when they come in.
Right.
But
and we have different vendors who charge money for burgers or drinks or whatever.
But then they give us portions back for the charity. But once again, the Toys for Tots thing, that's our big one we do every year.
Sure.
Man, that's exhausting. We do Jingle Jam on Sunday, and then the next morning we move into the pods. I think we're going to switch it up a little bit this year. It's going to be still a box somewhat.
It will not be a house or an apartment.
And I'm straight up throwing my name in the hat again. If you need another night of music, please let me know, and I'll.
We will.
I thought you said you were going to live in the pod. I was like, dude, sign him up.
I'm down for that too. I will do
Not
that
that
too.
or drink urine, either one.
Straight up.
Neither one of those.
And I told you this last year. If you want me to live in the pod and you think it will add additional buzz, I'm all down for that as well.
Now, we do have cardboard boxes this year. I just want to make sure that's out there.
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Love it.
No, but I started doing the whole box thing. As a station, we've done it for
9 years?
7, I don't know.
7 to 9-ish.
I don't know. I've only been here 4.5, but yeah, the whole time I've been here, and then a few years before, and so this will be my 3rd year doing it. Mm-hmm. So we move in on Monday, and then we stay, and we don't weigh until the following Monday. And
he's talking about toys, not like body weight. That does fluctuate quite a bit in the box.
Because the whole point is we have to raise at least a ton of toys, and
a certain number of bicycles.
300 bicycles is our goal.
Oh, wow.
Last year we did 11,000 pounds of toys and
386 bikes.
86 bikes.
That's awesome.
And they literally have somebody out there too. They have someone that comes in and puts the bikes together for them.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yep.
Right there at the
Elite Bikes stepped in. What was it, last year? Mm-hmm. And
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Not only did they come out on site and put together all the bikes that were in boxes, which honestly is the way a lot of them come.
Yeah.
But they also went with the Marine Corps to their storage location and put together all of their bikes as well.
Nice.
Wow.
Did not charge us a dime. Did not ask for any promotion.
Right.
Just wanted to do a good thing.
And they had to do that because we, at the end, we're also collecting money. We have Citizen
cool.
State Bank.
Citizen State Bank.
We set up a fund over there, and at the end of it all, on our last day, once we've reached our goal for everything, we then take the money, and if we were to donate the money to Toys for Tots, then it gets sent to the charity as a national. And so it goes towards all their advertising and all that stuff.
And once again, we do this particular thing because we care about the local charity and how much they're going to benefit.
So what we do is we take the local representative from Toys for Tots, and we use his discount, and we go to Walmart and Target and Academy, and we basically walk in. Last year we walked into Walmart and we asked what was the best price on 140 bikes that we could get.
You know what? I got to tell you, as far as like Boss Moves goes, that feels really cool. What's the best price on all of your bikes?
Yeah.
And it's like a week before Christmas. That really freaks them out.
Yeah,
That really freaks them out.
No, but that's why we needed them to come out and put together all.
You
those
walk in there
bikes.
with a hitch in your step, you know. Like,
Yeah, you're like,
I'm kind of a big shot.
I need to speak
I don't know
with
if
your
you
manager.
know, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
kind of a big deal.
Exactly. Right?
No, but that whole week and stuff like that event, stuff like that charity, it's why we do what we do, because here in during that week we're living out there, so we have everyone coming by to donate, whether they're coming by and saying that this is a tradition they do with their kids every year before Christmas.
Oh, that's the best part.
Or
Yeah.
the part that gets me every year is when you have the parents that when they were a kid, that their parents used Toys for Tots,
Right.
or
Even
we had
even some families that were helped last year.
they come back and they are now able to donate to Toys for Tots, and
It's awesome.
Man, it gets emotional.
The crazy thing is too is that, and I'm not slighting anybody, but you'll see some of the poorest families donate the most toys.
Absolutely.
And
Right.
you'll see some
Absolutely.
of the richest families that do donate one or two things. We're glad to get everything, but man, that's such a weird divide right there. That people who understand the need give more.
Exactly. And
It's
that's-
so
I
crazy.
think that's probably why.
They get
because
it
they
maybe
lived
on a
it,
different
right?
level.
That's
yeah.
exactly right. Yeah.
So I know that if you happen to like the Breeze's Facebook page like I do, and if you haven't, why?
Facebook.com/MyBreezeFM.
That's right, My Breeze FM, and there's also mybreezefm.com if you want to go to their website.
Either one's fine.
But if you follow them on there, you will see how many cool things that the Breeze, Carter, Brandon, Ginger put their weight and energy behind. There's always multiple events going on at the same time that they're promoting and trying to create buzz about. So if you haven't liked that page, you need to, because they really put their weight behind a lot of really cool things that aren't, cookie cutter. They're not everyday things that you see. Like the stuff you guys do for Pets for People.
Oh yeah.
That's not something you see a whole lot of events about. Come down and have your dog groomed or whatever, you guys do.
Well, charities like that do so much for the animals in the area, they get no help at all
Right.
from any government, any local, any state, national, anything. So
But once again, if we relied on the national ad councils for PSAs to support, we would never hear about them.
Yeah.
Right.
We would never know about them because
Yes.
they don't get the kind of funding to be able to drive that kind of ad campaign, which costs a lot of money, frankly, to put
Right.
together. And the other thing, too, I want to say is that there's a reason why we don't do cookie cutter stuff. And it may not be the reason that you think of. A lot of our competition, a lot of our contemporaries have enough money in the bank to be able to put together these events and pay for them just through money.
Right.
So out of necessity, we cannot do things like that. Honestly, I think that has blossomed into the best way to do these things. We don't go out and rent equipment, like sound equipment for an event, like some other places can. We go out and find a local business that does sound equipment, and we use their sound equipment, but we give them the press out of it. We give them
Right.
the notoriety out of it, and that helps their business in a way that maybe their dollars couldn't fund. I mean, they couldn't afford.
Well, I
an
mean, not
ad
just
campaign.
that, but I mean, you guys are also kind of exploring different avenues out there,
Right.
not just local music, but I mean, I've seen Carter in my group just, comment on a local business.
Right.
Several months ago, there was a lady in my group that does like chocolate covered strawberries and things. And I saw you comment on her advertisement in the group. Hey, we'd love to have you on the radio. And I've seen you do that a few times. So it's cool to see that kind of thinking outside the box and try to get more focus on somebody who might be struggling. Look, if they're advertising on Facebook, they probably need some help.
yeah.
And if you are advertising food on Facebook, that's the
You'll
surest
definitely
way
get
to
his
get
attention.
Carter.
Yes.
to-
Oh, yeah.
That probably
I
did.
mean,
Man,
that's
that
his-
looks good. We should have
That's
her in the
his weakness
studio.
right there. We'd love to give you some free advertising. Can you bring some of those
Yeah, bring
strawberries?
breakfast,
Can you bring
yeah.
some of those? Those would be nice.
But that's the cool thing, though. Like, if you listen to any other radio station, you're not going to get that on the air ever. I mean, you just don't.
Well, the unfortunate thing is they're not here.
Yeah.
They
right.
cannot physically do it because they're not physically here.
Right.
You'd have to go to Georgia or California or Tennessee or
And
wherever
then you
they
said,
are.
the whole money thing. The other stations might have money, but I mean, the way I think, I don't have a lot of money. I think I create quite a lot with just energy and perseverance. I'm not funded. I'm sitting in a studio recording a podcast. I think that's pretty cool.
Yep.
It's not always about the finances. It's about saying, hey, you know what? I bet you I can make this happen. And, God forbid somebody stands in my way.
That's making friends and being willing to help folks, and
Yeah,
it makes
exactly.
opportunities. It opens doors
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. None of us are rich, and none of us are gonna get there anytime soon, unless you've got something cooking on the side, Ginger. Do you?
I can't talk about it.
Okay. Anyway, so
I got a
none of us.
sparkler business. Or
None
something.
of yeah, that's taking off. That's a hot business.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
really super
It's
hot.
burning. It's scorching
She's
my
got
fingers.
legal representation now.
Yeah. Well, she honestly needs it working on this show.
Oh man.
But the truth is that we do it for the love. I mean, we all could have probably chosen different career paths that would have had a little bit more money in our back pocket, probably a little more time on the weekend for us, honestly. But there's a need in this world for getting the word out in ways that we do it. We have a soapbox. It would be embarrassing for us not to use it the right way.
Exactly.
And we get the chance to every day come in and talk and be goofy and be dumb and do all that stuff and on air and just have fun with the morning show. And then we get the chance to go out and help out charities every single day that we care about. And I, for one, I don't know about the rest of y'all, but we get to do every single part of our job. We love every bit of it, and we get to do it every day. And it'd be nice if we made a little bit more money.
Hint, hint, bosses.
Yeah, if you're listening.
Waller.
Waller.
Waiting for my bonus.
Yeah, that's coming though.
Yeah.
That bonus in
Keep waiting.
2013
One day.
is
It's in the mail.
on the way, dude. Checks in the mail.
But it feels really good though when you've made a difference in someone's life. I don't know if you followed it, but when we did the East Texas Rocks Against Breast Cancer, we raised almost $2,500 in that event.
I love it.
Pink Hills of Gregg County actually selected 2 ladies through Texas Oncology in Longview that needed the money desperately. Pink Hills was very, very cool. Let me come out and actually present the money to the women personally.
Did you get to do it with like one of those big checks?
I wish.
I've always wanted to do that, man.
That's the dream.
Yeah, that's the
But
dream.
the
Big
cool
check
thing
dream.
was the first lady that we gave money to, her name was Rebecca Calvert, and I'll never forget their names ever. I mean, try me, Alzheimer's, I will not forget their names. But this lady needed a surgery, okay, and her insurance would not cover it, and she would die without this surgery, and she got the surgery because of that benefit.
It's awesome.
That's
So-
amazing.
That's what makes all the work.
Straight
all the
up,
hard work
this woman is
work.
alive today because of our efforts last October. So,
And you didn't even go to medical school.
yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
And we talked about having money. I didn't put a dime into that event.
It's amazing what people will come out and help out with once they see the because and once they see everything coming together.
Right. I mean, everything that was put into that event was 100% energy.
Yeah.
That's all it was. Asking the right questions to the right people and never getting a no, you know?
There's one thing I'd like to say too about the other side of that, because we do a lot of charity work, but we are a business. We are a business, and we are in business to make money. But even in that side of our business, we help out so many local companies get the word out and make more money. Like you talked about earlier, we're helping people make more money at their businesses so they can afford dance lessons, so they can go and get the groceries. And the help we give these local companies to grow and to be bigger, to open a second location, to open a third location, and to hire the employees that live here. I mean, that's one of the things that I'm especially proud of. Knowing that we've made money for our people, and they pay for dance lessons, they pay for swim lessons, and that for me is one of the proudest things of what we do. Yes, it's money. We're trying to make money, but we're trying to make money for the right reasons, for the right people, and to do the right things with. And so I don't necessarily think that's.
It's just a vehicle to further the cause.
It really is. It really is. And part of that cause is paying for food for Carter to eat at night, which is probably a lot.
It takes a lot.
It's a lot. I mean, it's like 7 mother cluckers to fill him up.
We met with the ETX Kids page. They met with, first they interviewed the mayor on Tuesday, the mayor of Longview. Couldn't believe it.
Good old
Super
Andy
cool.
Mack.
Yeah, Andy
His
Mack.
brother was my dentist growing up.
I've heard
I
so
think
many.
his brother has cut on my mouth as well. He's a surgeon, isn't he?
No, his brother's a dentist.
The mayor is an oral surgeon.
That's who it is.
Yeah, right.
The mayor cut on me.
But anyway,
the mayor
so
cut me
the
once.
kids
His brother was the cool
Oh my
dentist when I was growing up. He was young and he wore tennis shoes. He was cool.
Just want to say the mayor of Longview removed some of my teeth.
Nice.
So
he's
they-
pretty serious.
So the
like
kids
that.
a big
interviewed
deal.
him on Tuesday, but then on Wednesday, because he had mentioned something that they had going on July 4th in the city of Longview, which they do every year. It's a huge thing. I mean, everybody knows about it. But he was very vague about what was going on out there. So we decided to follow up with the Mod Cobb Convention event coordinator. And this goes back to just asking the right people the right questions. And for some reason, they have a hard time telling me no, ever, which I love.
You're kind of a big guy, Boston.
Well,
you know what I mean?
And you're cute. Come on.
Yeah,
Come on. You're all right.
I love you, Brandon. But so we went out there, and I completely lost my track of thought.
Well, on a podcast, we're always good
So
looking.
we had that breast cancer concert last year at the Levee, and my vision is for the next one, which I can't do this year, but the vision is to have it on the Longview Fairgrounds next time we do it. It's just huge. Have vendors, have the vendor fees actually donated straight to Pink Heels, have admission straight to Pink Heels, and just make it huge, And this lady who's running the event coordination out there, and she's like, man, why does nobody else think of these things? These are great ideas. And I'm just like, I'm just that guy that, has all this time to kill. And, it's like we said before, I try to turn what ifs into why nots.
Right.
And it's just asking the right people, making sure you have the time and dedication to do it, which is why I have to put off this year, but because it's just not feasible right now. But
and then sometimes it's also asking the right question enough times. I mean, we've gotten into that situation where we want to do something and we've asked like this person, that person, this person, that person.
Knowing the difference between pushiness and perseverance.
Right, that's a thin
fine
line, man. That's a thin line.
And a lot of it is personality. There's certain personalities that can do that, and it reads perseverance, and then other personalities read.
Apparently, mine on Facebook can read either one.
Yeah.
Because
it's 2016. You can go either way, man.
Well, I'm not afraid to ask anybody anything. We just recorded a podcast earlier today with Gene Watson just because I saw his Facebook. I actually read about him, and it said born in Palestine, and I was like, hey, that's in East Texas. He would work.
I know where Palestine is.
Yes.
I've heard of that place.
So he was born there, and I was like, hey, I'll ask him. Why not? So I go on his Facebook page, and I just typed up like a 3-paragraph thing, and 25 minutes later, I got a reply. Yeah, email him here.
Yeah. Then he sends me a Facebook message, says, do you know how to record a phone? I'm like, well, see, I know how to record a horn section, but an iPhone.
If you can hum a couple of tunes.
I was like, well, we haven't done a phone interview
I'll
podcast
have to get back with you.
But,
yeah.
This is Gene Watson. We have to figure this out.
Right.
So it's just like, if you don't ask the question, it's not going to happen for you.
And a lot of times
what's the worst that they can say? No.
Or
That's
ignore
it.
you.
Worst case scenario.
If they ignore me, they're going to get another message in a week and a half.
Yeah.
We usually come up with the really big ideas that we could never possibly pull off, and then have to
Dwindle it down.
Try to reel it in a little bit.
That'll work.
Okay, I guess we'll just
Shoot for
drink
the
urine.
stars, settle for the sky. That's how we live.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. But when you do that, though, when you shoot for the sky, you end up with something pretty wonderful in the middle of that.
Hey, and sometimes you hit the stars, man.
Yeah,
sometimes you do.
Yeah. Yep,
But
for
you'll
sure.
never do it if you don't try. And that's one of the.
And it only takes that one time to hit the stars for that level to maintain sometimes, because
there's a lot of greeting cards happening right now.
Yeah.
Just lots and lots of
Hallmark, we
material
won our
for it.
cut.
Yeah.
We won our cut, Hallmark.
Yeah,
Well,
this is
Hallmark, Live Straw, Groupon.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to
We should
remember who I
have a
to
check
contact
coming.
for
We're sending the
sponsorship
bill later.
afterward.
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a check in the mail.
It's like, hey, I've got this great podcast. You guys need to, sponsor.
I mean, you've already paid for it. I mean,
Yeah,
you
pretty
should
much.
have, anyways.
So, tell us some hobbies and interests you guys might have outside the job.
Carter is a sports nut in weird ways.
Yep.
Not just all sports.
It's not weird.
He's a
ways.
Cowboys
It's
fan. Disclaimer, I'm
totally
really sorry
normal.
about that, but he really likes the Cowboys.
I'm not even from Texas, but I grew up a Dallas Cowboys fan. Well, with my family, my mom was a Cowboys fan, and then my dad, he's from upstate New York, so he was a Buffalo Bills fan. I raised in the 90s.
Thanksgiving was
And in
weird.
the
Cowboys
90s,
fan.
one of those was beating the other one.
Yeah, so I just became a Cowboys fan.
repeatedly, I might add.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But no, and then my mom went to NC State. My little brother went to NC State. I went to a few classes at NC State.
Yeah, and if you ever
I've
see...
been there.
You were there before.
If
I
you
went
ever
for the discount.
If you ever see Carter and I mixing it up on Facebook between the Patriots and Cowboys, you might get a good laugh out of that during football season.
Oh, yeah. Boston, he's the biggest New York Yankees fan I've ever met.
Yeah.
How do you root for the Yankees?
I don't. He's
Oh,
just
is that not a
being
joke?
If you're
facetious.
not from New York and you root for the Yankees, that's like being in Vegas and rooting for.
He's just mad
for the
because
house.
Romo throws more touchdowns to the other team than to his own.
He's an excellent quarterback for him.
Yes, he is.
Just don't check the football.
Oh, okay, guys. Okay.
See where it's going. This is the
Podcast,
live
okay?
version of the Facebook. So
this isn't Australia. There are rules. Okay?
what about
but then
you,
I like
Ginger?
to-
Hobbies and interests.
I'm really into videography right now.
Nice.
Yes, I need more cameras. I need more money for more cameras, but that's what I'm into right now. I did a
cats.
documentary for the station, and I've done a lot of stuff for school. But that's what I originally wanted to go into was working with video cameras,
And
and
then we corrupted her.
yep.
baking
And then
cupcakes.
I got this internship, and here we go. Here we are.
Videography.
But that's what I
She's
love.
also an expert baker. Ask her about her cupcakes.
Tell me about your cupcakes, Ginger.
No.
I'm sure they're amazing.
Oh, they are. They,
They w-
look great.
Shut up. I have to take I'm not done. I have to get my bachelor's in multimedia
cupcakes?
communications. It's for a science class. I'm taking culinary chemistry, and I had to make cupcakes from scratch.
Culinary chemistry.
Right?
For a
I'm worried
science-
already.
Right?
This is an online class, by the way.
How do you do an
University
online
of
food
Phoenix.
class? That's
University-
my question.
The result of the cupcakes ended up in the mystery liquid category
Right.
somehow.
No, that's
I
what
don't
my
know.
fudge
I don't
was.
know how-
My
oh.
fudge turned into mystery liquid. I
I've
have
been
no
packing
idea.
fudge since last weekend.
She didn't even check with Carter, and he's the
Wow.
expert.
At packing it, at least.
Yeah, he did that in school. I'm just. This is actually getting worse the
But
more
my
I explain it. I'm
cupcakes,
sorry.
they were vanilla flavored or vanilla cupcake with buttercream frosting, and then I topped them with strawberries. I thought it was adorable.
Like you do.
and then the
As you
guys
do.
said that my strawberries do not look like something out of culinary chemistry,
What
more,
do they look like?
more like something out of anatomy class.
They had a little boy on a boat, and he was.
Yeah, there's a man in a boat on these strawberries. I'm trying
Did
to
you show
say
him the
this.
picture?
Are there rules about what we can and can't
I'm
say
trying
on
to
a
pull up the
podcast?
picture of it, but it's not.
Try to keep it family friendly.
Okay, so well,
Men don't
Well,
have this.
too late.
you said the
we've
right
already
word.
we've already talked about
Family.
drinking urine. That ship has sailed.
Yeah. So families start in a place where the road wise. They look like a part of the female anatomy, like a lot, like a whole lot.
It did not. It's an
Culinary
innocent
anatomy,
cupcake.
not culinary
Exactly.
Oh, the
chemistry.
best part was with the picture that she had to post and send her into her
Because
class.
that's how she gets her grades somehow.
The one
You
that
have to have
she
a
sent
picture of
to us.
yourself with the food to make sure that it is legit that you did make
It's
your
like a
food.
hostage
The instructor
picture.
sent back his comments, and it was wow.
No, she
Yeah.
used a
You
picture
got
of
an
her,
A.
and it's a picture of her kissing her cat and behind
in
it.
the background. This has been our version of double entendre theater, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice. Nice.
So tell us a little bit about the schedule of the show. I know there's you guys do certain things on certain days, and I know that's probably a direction you guys would want to go and let people know what you guys have on each day.
Well, every
Yeah,
day is Pick on Ginger Day.
Yes, every day, Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
And on Saturday as well.
Well, Wednesday we usually do games and stuff like that for listeners to win every day. But Wednesday we usually try to do our big game, where we have to do something as a punishment afterwards. And then
urine.
Fridays or Tuesdays
Set
are
things on
usually
fire.
our live local music Tuesday, where we have a local artist come in and play a few songs. Usually about 2 covers and an original if they have it. And then Friday is more of a free for all. And
We do the old school wake up on Fridays where we play older music that people know the words to and love to sing as they're getting ready. Kind of a celebration for getting out on the week. Mondays, we usually try to give great advice on how to get out of work, which has
We're
worked
good at
out
that,
really well
yeah.
for that for us.
well,
so
we usually
far.
try to do that every morning.
When do you do sales? I mean, I guess after.
Right afterwards, yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all have a sales team, or there is no?
This
I
is
mean,
us.
literally,
Yeah.
like there's not people that are just dedicated to sales. Everybody.
I
you're
put
the-
my name into the hat for that too. Several
Yeah.
times.
Brandon's
They
the
just never
top
call me
salesman for the
back.
company, and I used to be up there, but I'm not anymore.
He beat me 1 month, and man, it really, 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 really rubbed me raw.
No, but
Speaking of sales, you guys just hired Jennifer Carruthers.
That's
too.
right.
That's
now
right.
we do have 3 great full-time salespeople that all they do is sell for us. Jennifer Carruthers is one of them. We also have Jeffrey Enoch, who is also
that's right.
our
Yep.
what's his name?
J.E.
J.E. on the
Oh my
breeze.
God, no,
We hate
that's
his
not
name.
his name. That
We
is
hate
not
his
his name.
But Jeff Enoch
Easy.
is our fitness guru, but he also does sales in Longview. We have who else do we have?
Bill Childress.
Bill
Childress.
Childress.
Bill Childress is
Super nice guy.
Other words known as
Rockstar.
Double O Dude.
double O
Oh,
dude.
dude.
That's
Check
his
out his
podcast.
YouTube.
He's the one that helped
Channel.
me with my PSA last year.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun.
But
He's a
other
good
than
guy.
that, everybody else is what we like to call a hybrid. They're doing this,
Yeah.
that, and sales. which is really kind of crazy because our whole business is run on sales.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Always
we
has
can't
been,
do
right,
anything
yeah.
without the sales. So
Do you have quotas to meet or anything like that?
we do.
They keep telling me mine, but I don't check.
I was
my
going to
email.
say Carter has a quota-ish, is kind of a quota, but Carter also has so much on his plate though that we're happy to get any kind of sales out of him we get. So thank you for doing that, and I'm never going to say that
You're
in public
welcome,
ever
Brandon.
again.
You're welcome.
It's on live podcast now.
Oh my God, this can be referenced.
Oh no.
They're going to be pulling that out and putting it on the radio.
Yeah. I can only
Brandon's
imagine
saying that.
that this part will be played over and over and over on our show.
Thank you, Carter.
We'll have
That's
it in a
okay.
loop.
Just make sure you put the website address in there too. So
Oh, he
people
will.
listen.
Yeah, he'll want to attract a lot of
So
people to
what
it.
events and chat? Well, let's go with events. What current events do you guys have? I think this show is going out in August, like August 3rd, I think, something like that.
Okay.
You know anything you guys have coming up?
I'll be
after
going
that
on
date?
vacation very soon.
I'll be
as-
starting courses up again. At
Oh,
BT.
you mean like with the station?
No, we're doing a back to school event with the city of Tyler. We're still hashing out all the details with that, but that'll be coming up soon. And then there is, what is the one in Longview? We just met with them the other day. With the disabled children, where we're.
Oh, that is going to be the. I cannot remember the name of it. It goes in hand with the Oktoberfest. Basically, there's two events that happen in East Texas for disabled people to get out and experience sports, water sports, and all this. But it takes a lot of specialty equipment. So there will be an event coming up around that
Sometime in
fall.
September.
Yeah, sometime
Yeah.
in September that we're going to be helping out with that as well. Now,
And of course, Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest, well, yeah, we're very excited about Oktoberfest.
Right.
There's going to be some beer involved, I heard.
And it's going to be at a new brewery,
a new
Is
brewery.
that new brewery that's opening up in Tyler?
ETX Brew.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the way when you said that, you sounded drunk. It's going to be at a brewery. Oh, God.
It's so good that
Yeah.
just the thought of it
The
is
thought of it is
intoxicating.
just making me so happy.
No, but then we got. We're working out something with the city of Longview. We're going to be helping out their Blue Santa.
Nice.
What we noticed last year in particular was,
And this is really hard for us, too, because we helped so much that maybe we hurt.
we felt like last year that Toys for Tots thrived and had a ton of toys.
Right.
But we started seeing news stories and stuff about a lot of other local charities around around Christmas time that were hurting, that didn't get as many. So
The love
this
didn't
year,
get spread out so evenly.
so
Maybe.
this year we're starting early. We're going to start end of October, early November, and we're going to start helping as many charities as we possibly can. So we're going to have a lot of different events. Everything.
I would love
from,
to be involved with that. So
everything
if you
from
need any help, let me
the
know.
East Texas Food Bank raising food for the holidays for people that need it, to Blue Santa, which is similar to Toys for Tots, but it's ran through the police department.
We
I'm
won't
watching
edit that out.
No.
Dropping my Gatorade over here.
We're trying to
fix
keep
that
it real up in here.
Don't fix that in post.
Yeah, we don't edit.
It's
by
the
the way,
podcast.
at
We
all.
don't believe in
We
edits.
really don't. We keep
There are
it
no
all in.
rules. This is like anarchy, man. We can do whatever we want. Drop it again.
No, but then there's other ones like Codes for Kids and stuff like that we're going to be a part of, and so that's going to be a busy time of year.
Right.
But we're gonna make it happen. one way or
Honestly,
another.
and the way that, and this is kind of brought to light by the way that Carter describes that, we're always open to do charity things, and so we're constantly looking for about half of the stuff we've got planned for the second half of this year is still in the planning stages.
Yeah.
Right.
So anyone listening, if you're a part of a charity or if you need help with anything like that, Carter at mybreezefm.com.
What's your email?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it okay? Mine is brandocalrissian75@gmail.com. If you want to send something there, that's fine.
Yeah, we haven't got him.
And when Carter says that they will work with any charity, he's not lying. He's
Yep.
legitimately
Charity.
looking for anybody that needs help at a local level.
Yep.
Contact Carter, and I promise you, he will work with you.
There are some charities that we do not actually like to work with, like Cadillacs for rich people. That's
Yeah.
one that
That's
we
a
won't
bad
work
one.
with. We won't do
No.
that. We just
Boats
won't.
for
a little-
billionaires.
Boats
no.
for billionaires. We're right out on that deal.
Yeah. Those are bad ones.
They're a little bit hard to deal with. I mean, it's a good charity, but
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
they do a lot of good work, I
Yeah.
guess, but no.
What about that one, Rolex for kids?
Rolex for kids.
Yeah, that's not good
I'm
at all.
open to that because kids need to learn how to tell time somewhere
Well,
other
that-
than their
you got a
phone.
point, you got a
I mean,
point.
also cursive
true.
writing for kids. That's another charity we're looking at, but that's another story for another time.
So we're gonna wrap this up. I got one last question for y'all. What is y'all's vision for the future of the Morning Madhouse? What direction? I mean, do you guys want to keep it in the same direction, or I mean, what are the designs like?
Well, we've talked about quite a few different directions, quite a few different things we could do with it. I would like to see it syndicated with some of the smaller markets in this area. I would like to see them spread out to Nacogdoches, down to Lufkin, and spread out all over East Texas. But other than that, we're just kind of winging it. We're just kind of on the ride and seeing where it's going to go.
Yeah, life's an open road, man, and so is this show.
A year ago, we never thought that we would be doing this. And
a year from now, we'll probably think the same thing.
Well, both. We never thought we'd have the chance to do this podcast, and we never thought that we'd have a morning show.
Oh, morning show. That's what I was.
Well, because Brandon was doing middays, I was doing afternoons, and Ginger was still an intern.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, a lot of things have changed in a year. That's for sure.
I'm just happy to be a part of the team.
Oh, it's real nice.
Wow, more Hallmark stuff.
Yeah. Wait till you see what we punish you with next week, Ginger.
Oh. Don't ruin the moment.
You might not.
Don't ruin the moment.
Be so happy.
So where can people find y'all? Social media, websites, stuff like that?
Facebook.com/Morning Madhouse.
Facebook.com/MyBreezeFM.
And it's without the G.
There's no we couldn't afford the G.
There's no G
and
in morning.
MyBreezeFM.com.
Yes, MyBreezeFM.com.
Ginger, you have a Facebook page as well.
I do. It's, I think, Facebook.com/Ginger on the Breeze.
Facebook.com/Live with Carter and
Facebook.com/Brandon
Michael.
on the breeze Michael. I have a lot of them.
You have a
It's just
Michael.
Brandon Michael.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea how Facebook works.
So you guys make
I'm
sure
the
you
old
go
one.
out there to Facebook and follow these guys. They got all kinds of good stuff always happening, especially 95.3, 102.3 The Breeze on Facebook. You can follow all their pages in that one centralized location. They always have events and things posted on there for you guys to check out. Make sure that you're supporting these guys because they do a lot of good here in the local community. You can do that in a lot of different ways. You can listen, call in, come up with your own ideas for them to maybe follow as well. This has been another wonderful episode of ETX Rocks with Boston Chris and co-host Mr. Chad Mauldin of Mauldin Productions. We want to thank you for listening. Remember to support local music and ETX Rocks.
Chad Mauldin here, music producer and mixing engineer for Mauldin Productions. You know, you've just been listening to this ETX Rocks podcast in Bullard, Texas at Studio 333 Recording Studio. It's an amazing facility, a hidden gem out here in East Texas. You know, I want you to go to my website to get more information. I want you to go to mauldinprod.com. That's MAULDIN PROD, mauldinprod.com. And you can find out about me, folks I've worked with. You can hear samples of my work, but then you can also link over and find out more information about this great recording studio, this great facility. And so I want you to do that. I want you to go to the website, mauldinprod.com, get any information that you need, and then also feel free to reach out because we're happy to answer any questions that you have or chat about anything that you want to chat about. Thanks a lot.
Everyone, thank you for listening to this week's episode of ETX Rocks, brought to you by Studio 333 in Bullard, Texas. You can find Studio 333 on Facebook on their Facebook page, as well as Mauldin Productions. And don't forget, you can go to etxmusic.com and vote for all your favorite artists, venues, magazines, radio stations, etc. Right there, just click on the voting link and enter the person or people you want to vote for. Don't forget to support local music and ETX Rocks. We are ETX Rocks!
Hit the